It's Sam.
Oh. I was once a body double for a head lice advert.
David's team.
What do you mean a body double?
I had head lice at the time.
OK.
They show the boy, and then they show the back of the head with the lice. I was not the boy, but that back of the head, and those are my lice.
So when they were casting the advert, they thought, well, we can't cast someone who's necessarily infested themselves.
The lady who invented the comb, it was her son.
Which comb are we talking about?
The Knitbusters comb.
Knitbusters.
Yeah.
So is the person that invented the comb for head lice,
yeah,
her son was in the advert?
It's called nepotism, David.
Odd name for your son.
Yeah. Where are we in Australia, Sam?
Oh, you're not having one of your breakdowns again, are you?
This is in Queensland, dude.
How did they know you had head lice? Because you don't advertise that, do you?
Best friends with this guy, yeah. Him and I were as thick as thieves.
Right, so was it like one of them shopping channels?
Weirdly, I think it was on the news. It was at the end of the news, they'd be like, and now we've got this comb.
So it's on the news?
Yeah.
I thought you said it was an advert.
Here are all the head lice.
Yeah. I think it was a thinly veiled advert, and, you know, so sue me.
You think it was advertorial, that's what you're saying? When was this?
I was pretty young at the time. 10 or 11.
When was that?
When I was in primary school.
Yeah,
when? We realise that. We're trying to ascertain the year.
A year on.
Maybe year 6, I guess. No way, I was much younger.
You haven't said what you had to do in this advert or this appearance.
So I just was the back... You know, like, any time you see someoone's hands in a movie, that's not really their hands.
That's not true.
That is true.
What you mean is sometimes when you see someone's hands.
I think every time.
Not every time. Sometimes when they scratch their face, that's their hand. If you see Tom Cruise scratching his face, there's not someone going...
Cruise has got a scratcher. Cruise has got a scratcher.
So, in the 1990s, there was a breakthrough in the treatment of nits in Australia. A new comb was marketed.
Yeah.
Yeah. And what was so great about it? What was new about it? That the previous
I think the spacing between the teeth on this comb was just really gobsmacking.
Up until then, they were like that far apart. They just...
Unless it's a very big nit. Yeah.
It's the obvious design feature to tinker with on a comb, isn't it?
How did you feel when they offered you this? Because in the one level, oh, I'm going to be on the telly, but showing my nits.
I mean, I know this guy who's dancing in a window to get his foot in the door.
All right, well, what do you think?
You know, mainly because you mixed up advert and news. Otherwise, I'm totally buying it.
Me, I think definitely lie.
I think lie. I think we do think it's a lie. I mean, you have a disconcerting presence.
No.
So in
You
a
say
way...
the warmest things to the guests, David.
But there's also something ghostly about you. I wouldn't be surprised if at the next recording they said, wasn't it weird that on Lee's team we only had one guest? I said, no, there was another guest, Sam. He was from Australia. And Rob says, there is no such place. But I think we think it's a lie.
They're saying it's a lie.
It's a lie.
Sam, truth or lie?
That's true.
No!
It's true. Sam was a body double for a head lice advert. Please welcome this week's special guest, Michael. So, Charlene, what is Michael to you?
This is Michael, and he once buttered my finger when I got Lorraine Kelly's wedding ring stuck on it.
Right. Sam, how do you know Michael?
This is Michael. He's the cab driver who made me late because he stopped mid-journey to play the trumpet.
Lee, what is your relationship with Michael?
This is Michael. He is a master watchmaker, and I am his apprentice.
So there we have it, Charlene's handy helper, Sam's musical mate, or Lee's timepiece tutor? David's team, where to begin?
So, sorry, whose ring did you put on, Charlene?
Lorraine Kelly's. Lorraine's.
And why did you do that?
Well, she'd been a guest on Loose, and she mentioned her husband and talk about relationships and stuff. And...
Sorry, Charlene, when you say loose...
Sorry.
Loose women, right?
Sorry, loose women.
Yeah, hey, welcome to Wood.
Which is Rob's favourite chattel line.
Sorry, Charlene.
Sorry,
OK.
no, and during the show I was looking at her ring, and it's so beautiful. I can't tell you how beautiful her ring is. Gold band with, like, a shed load of diamonds in the middle.
And is Lorraine a dear friend of yours?
Well, I know I've been in her show a couple of times.
Yes, she's lovely, isn't she?
I wouldn't say that we're besties.
No, when I say she's lovely, you ignore it. Interesting.
So I popped into her dressing room to say thank you.
To lovely Lorraine.
And I was looking at her ring again,
Yeah.
and she just said, do you want to have a try?
You can imagine Lorraine's... Oh,
She didn't just have a look.
Have a try, have a try.
And so she'd have a look.
Give it a go.
And so I had a look.
That's Billy Connolly. I don't know why I've gone there. Why did they do that? I don't know.
So I was quite swollen, so I put it on.
Welcome to Wood.
And then I couldn't get it off. So I
And
ended
Michael just happened to be, what, lurking in the corner?
No, Michael's one of our floor managers over at Lee's.
okay.
With
Yes.
a pocket full of butter?
So in the same room that we have our debrief, there is a fridge in there.
So when you had the ring on, was you not in the room where the butter was?
No, I was in a panic. Michael was going past in order to go to the debrief.
Okay.
And he heard me struggling because the door was open.
Why
I was
is
like, "What's
Michael
wrong?"
going to the debrief?
Because he comes to our debriefs.
What does a debrief on loose women involve?
They just take their knickers off, surely.
What did Lorraine feel about the fact that her nice ring's now got quite a lot of butter in it?
All the dressing rooms have en-suites, so I ran straight to the en-suite and basically started washing it and really hoped it didn't ruin.
And then the main
the ring.
diamond popped out into the toilet bowl, which wasn't blocked, and down it went.
Luckily, Bono was there. And he said he still haven't found what you're looking for, then.
He said I would have been here earlier, but the streets have no name. OK, so is that the end of the story?
Joshua Tree.
What? Nice to be involved, isn't it? All right, who would you like to quiz next?
OK, Sam.
Remind us of your statement.
I know Michael. He was driving a cab that I was in. He made me late for an event because he stopped the car to play the trumpet.
He's got the trumpet in the cab.
Yeah.
Did you ask him to play the trumpet? Did you say, hey, mate, can you play that?
No, he said, where are you from? And I said, Australia. And he said, I can play any national anthem on the trumpet.
Where are we, Sam?
I don't know the suburbs very well, but we were going to the Museum of Public Executions.
Hang on. Was it a black cab?
Yeah.
And remind us, I couldn't hum the Australian national anthem if I tried. What does it sound like?
Can it waltz in Matilda?
Or is it the theme to Home and Away? How does it go?
Australians, all let us rejoice, for we are free. That's the first part.
It's rousing, isn't it?
I mean, if that doesn't get you ready for battle, I don't know what does.
How had you found this black cab?
In the city.
Hang on. Before he said we were in the suburbs.
I didn't say this. Did I?
You did. You said, well, I was
said
in the
this-
suburbs
this
somewhere.
Is where, now I see where you get this confusion, and I forgive you.
Well,
We were,
You forgive me?
this was in that's where the exhibition was. It was out of the way.
I totally understand that you don't know the geography of these places because obviously none of this really happened. Where are you saying you were when you got this black taxi?
I was in the city, around that area, the pigeons, big buildings, the city. Businessmen.
Businessmen. How had you got to the businessmen pigeons bit of London? Is that where you are saying you live?
On my own street, where I live.
Yes.
36.
Don't give your address. I'm telling you.
Why not?
I just wouldn't.
This is Soho we're talking.
Soho. There we go.
Now you're in Soho. Right.
I'm sorry to shock you there, but they are not businessmen.
It's a form of commerce. Now,
Let's shift our attention to the actual when he started to blow his trumpet.
Yeah.
And where did he get it? He was in the front with him, presumably.
He had the trumpet under his, like, I guess, second seat.
The passenger seat.
Passenger.
yeah, but except in a black cab, there isn't a
one.
seat there.
There's no seat there.
Which you wouldn't have seen from the back.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm still learning about this.
You're on your own after that one.
Amazing city.
Nevertheless, when we pointed that out, you had the look of someone who'd been discovered.
No. Don't ever try to read my face, because that's private.
Unlike your address.
That's brilliant.
Now, Lee, remind us of your statement.
This is Michael. He is a master watchmaker, and I am his apprentice.
So, you're changing careers. I'm glad to hear it.
Oh, I'm not changing careers. No. It's an interest of mine. It's a hobby.
What's your favourite watch?
So, how did you get into it?
Well, it's always fascinated me that how a watch works. And I thought, how does a watch work? Do you know what happens inside a watch, David?
I do. My granddad used to mend watches, and my dad was a fanatical watchmaker. So.
Oh, God.
So
Can you ask now a lot of technical questions?
See, he's not wearing a watch, guys.
Oh, he isn't wearing a watch, but
Have you got my watch?
How did you get in touch with Michael?
He's got a YouTube channel for watch repairing and the like.
Yeah.
So I thought, I'll learn to repair a watch. I'll learn to strip a watch and put it back together again.
How did you get in touch with him?
We contacted him through YouTube. He's got a link.
OK. And what
I know you know as much about YouTube as I do,
Yeah,
so
I know,
I can
absolutely.
say anything, can't I? I reached into the screen and...
clicked on his link and the doorbell rang. And so you're his apprentice.
Yeah.
Where do the lessons happen?
Apprentice is a loose word. I would call myself his apprentice because...
Because that was a lie you were given on a panel show.
I just got into watching his various videos, and then eventually I contacted him, and he was nice enough to do a one-to-one session because I was stuck on one particular problem.
But I want to know, what's your favourite watch? You didn't answer that question.
The watch I worked on, it was the Seiko 5.
Seikos are digital, aren't they?
Well, that's why I ruined it. I felt such an idiot when I said to Michael, I said, why is it not ticking?
Said you got stuck on a problem.
Oh, there was a complication.
What was the complication?
It
was a problem.
It was a date.
And the complication was what? Mending the bit that told the date.
Oh, you heathen. The complication is the date. That's what you call something on a watch that isn't the hour or minute.
Oh, the complication. Yes, I think that's right. I think when a watch has more than one feature, then I think they're called complications.
Well, there you
If
go.
it had the day and the date, it would have two complications. So what's the problem with the watch?
Nothing wrong with the watch. I just bought a watch to see what it'd be like to take it apart and put it back together again.
Right.
Big cogs?
Big cogs.
Big cogs?
Oh, big cogs I really like doing it.
Big cogs. Have you got big cogs in your watch?
They tend to call them wheels in watches rather than cogs.
That's another thing he's given us.
Yeah. Wheels and complications.
And you have a one-to-one session with Michael.
Yeah.
And what happens in the one-to-one session?
Michael Bolton, by the way, that's his name. And he's got two friends. One's called Andy Murray and the other's called Dennis Taylor. Genuinely true, that.
While we're on genuinely true, is he a watchmaker and you're his apprentice?
No.
All right, we need an answer. So David's team, is Michael Charlene's handy helper, Sam's musical mate, or Lee's timepiece tutor?
I don't know Sam well enough to know whether he'd be a good enough liar to seem so implausible about the truth.
We could have dinner.
And also, black cabbies, they do like to talk, but they're not going to get away with getting out the car and playing the trumpet. They're on a meter.
Are we happy to rule out Sam?
Let's rule out Sam. I
OK.
think.
Sam's got to go.
I'm really happy because I've never got it down to me and one other before. This is fantastic. fantastic.
Wow.
He is so good at talking
very
that
good.
he could double bluff us. This could be true.
It is true.
I just
Or
think...
is it?
Charlene, what I want to know, is that something that women do? They say, would you like to try on this ring?
I wouldn't really want to take mine off and let someone else put it on.
What's it going to be, David? It's time to be masterful and make a
Instinct
decision.
from the gut. Will, which is it?
Charlene.
Charlene.
I think it might be me.
You think it's Lee?
Yeah.
You...
Can you picture him in a shed with an eyepiece like that?
Yes. The thing is about Lee, he's obsessive. He could really get into something like that.
Oh, God. You hide under his bed one day and you get this for the rest of your life.
David, you have to step up.
We have
Come
to
on,
say
David.
Decide.
Lee.
Oh!
Saying it's Lee.
Yeah.
Well, this is unprecedented.
Wow.
Michael, would you please reveal your true identity?
Hi, Michael. I've been teaching Lee.
Yes, Michael is Lee's timepiece tutor, and we have some proof. There is Lee, look. They're on a Zoom together there. And then we have another one. There's more to you than meets the eye. Thank you very much, Michael.
When customers complained about my behaviour in a supermarket, I received a particularly harsh punishment.
David's team.
Are we to infer that you were employed by the supermarket?
I was an employee.
In what role?
Checkouts.
And what was it you did then that upset them?
So people would buy like a roast chicken that had been pre-cooked, and then...
It's the only way you can get a roast chicken.
And it'd be in sort of a bag,
Right.
but when I would bag it, I'd put it in the bag and then I'd kind of give that a flick, a little, like kind of a flourish before I'd put it down.
Yeah.
I was swinging the chickens. Customers were complaining.
Sorry, so you're at the checkout. Where are the roast rotisserie chickens? You don't acquire them at the checkout,
No,
presumably.
people were buying them and taking them to the checkout.
OK, so they arrive at the
In
checkout.
Australia, when people shop, they get the stuff and then they take it to the checkout. Where you scan it and then
I've read about supermarkets, I know all that. It's your job on checkout to double bag the chickens.
Yeah.
Is there not a risk that your swinging technique might splatter juices, all over everyone?
No risk, no reward.
No risk, no reward.
You got to risk it to get the biscuit, brother.
What is the biscuit in this analogy?
Just a splash of colour in people's lives. They're eating this
So
chicken.
to get a
It's
splash
sad.
of colour, the entertainment of that gesture, you think the risk of essentially splattering chicken fat in a wide arc, it's worth it?
Did you say you had a strange punishment?
This is not from the boss, but the supervisor. The circus was in town. What? The circus came to town.
The circus came to town. I wasn't expecting that.
To advertise that someone with a monkey came and they were handing out flyers outside of the supermarket.
Hang on. Is this the same story?
Yeah.
There's a monkey now.
I'm serious.
Come on.
OK, Sam, go on.
So everyone else was taking their break. They were going out to look at the monkey and to admire it. And because I'd been up to all this stuff with it, I was not allowed to go on my break to look at the monkey and never got to witness it. I wanted to go out, everyone else, and my friend came back and he goes, you wouldn't have wanted to see it. It was covered in scabs. And the boss and the supervisor, I don't know if I should even mention this, they were having an affair and they were going on cruise ships together.
They were having an affair.
Can I just tell you now, right? In this show, if you're given 3 different truths or lies, spread them out throughout the show. Rather than think you've got to do them all in one story.
The supervisor doesn't like your chicken swinging.
He says, we don't do that kind of thing here.
And you said, swinging? Yes, you do.
Yeah.
Right, it's time to go for your guess then.
Can we pass just this one?
We're leading
On a mastermind you can pass, can you? You don't have them sort of going, no, guess! Guess who was the Emperor of China in the 4th century?
It's down to you,
Well,
boss.
that's...
It's down to you,
I'm
Lee.
going true.
You're going to say? All right. They think it's true, Sam. Was it true or was it a lie?
It was true.